Start streaming. Got my dressing gown on.
Casual birthday.
Yeah. So I think we're on.
Yeah, just popped up saying you've gone live. So
welcome to the birthday live stream, everyone. We're having it's my birthday today, so I thought I'd have a special stream with featuring Chris Hines. And
I'm just checking the stream to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I think we're running. Oh, Race Lever's in. What up, Race?
Now I need to just go to
Pamela's in. Shit out of this link. Let's get this birthday party popping.
I need to minimize OBS so I can see what's what.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to share this to my masses as well.
Yeah, so I've just turned 35 today. I've only got about an hour and a half left of my birthday, in fact, so might as well make the most out of this.
I better make this an hour of power then.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream for a very long time. So this is just a bit of fun, really. I was going to have some people on to debate, but I think I'm going to wait until next week or the week after, perhaps, and this is just going to be a fun one. So, but yeah, I was going to have a few guests on the show, including Chris, who's already on, and
Hey.
Yeah. Hey guys. Oh, so we've got Race Lever,
I just
got Pamela
shared it
Kent
out.
here, Milkshed27, the Race Vegan.
All the bangers, all the big guns are out.
Yeah. So where do I get the link from? Is it down here somewhere? Yeah. I'm just going to share the link on Facebook and Twitter.
8 whole people watching right now.
Woohoo! I didn't advertise this at all, so
It's fine. I've just put it out on my Facebook, so maybe we'll get some people tuning in.
hopefully, yeah.
We can only hope.
Yeah, I'm wearing plant-based gains today with my dressing gown and my badge that somebody bought me for my birthday. I don't know if you can see that. It says, "Be nice to animals, go vegan."
Nice.
It's quite cool. Yeah.
10 people in now. Steph's in. Steph says, hi, BWP, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Steph. I'm just going to put this link onto Facebook and then I will read all the comments. So just
Those birthday wishes in, people. There's 9 people watching and there's not 9 happy birthdays. So smash that like button for a present. Put a happy birthday in. Get involved, people. If you want to give Emma a nice birthday present, maybe become a patron. That'd be a nice birthday present.
Cool, that'd be
Link
lovely.
is down below.
Right, this is just gonna share to Facebook now, so we can get a few more viewers maybe. Because I've actually got a few friends on Facebook now that are doing Veganuary.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't
Seems
it?
like quite a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads of people could just come out of the woodwork. Suddenly now they want to be vegan.
Yeah, it's really nice to see though, because
Yeah, it's great.
you know, they're really trying hard as well. They're always putting little status updates about it on Facebook, so I can track them and give them some advice and
Big up
stuff.
all the people going vegan for Veganuary. And just remember, people, Veganuary is not just for January.
That's the hope anyway.
Yeah.
So let's have a look here.
No, I'm doing
Chat.
weekly streams now, weekly Veganuary stream. So I'll be doing one on Monday.
Oh really? Okay. Can I come on it?
Yeah, I did one last week. Yeah. You can indeed.
Nice.
I'll do one every week.
Yeah, I saw
Help
that.
people through Veganuary.
I saw that Earthling Ed is doing the 30 excuses in 30 days again.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
redone it and like made it more pro and everything. Yeah, it looks really good. He's got an ebook as well.
It's amazing, isn't it? I remember when he first started his channel, he started with that. He put a lot of work into it, and then, yeah, a lot of time and effort. And now he's doing it all over again.
Yeah, he's doing
Good on
good,
him.
his old dad. He's actually coming down to on my birthday, in fact, which is quite nice. I might see Ed for my birthday.
Oh,
A lovely
very
gift.
nice. What he's coming to?
Yeah. Well, he's doing that kind of what it's called, the Activism van
Oh yes,
thing
yes,
at Exeter
yeah,
University and at
yeah.
Plymouth University in the middle. So I've actually messaged him, but he's a bit rubbish on Facebook.
Oh yeah, it does take a long time to
He forgets.
reply because I'm sure he's very busy. I was
Yeah.
going to pop out the
So I said
chat
if you
here.
want to crush mine, more than welcome, as I'm slap bang in the middle of both places he's going to be at. For him.
Right, so what's there to talk about then? What's in the vegan news this week?
In the vegan news this week,
Yeah.
Will.i.am has gone vegan.
He has. I saw that. I saw it on Plant-Based News actually. His little Instagram live stories.
Yeah, they kept going vegan.
Yeah, vegan, vegan. I'm not vegan. I'm vegan.
Because I was kind of at first when people said about it, I was kind of wondering, oh, is he because originally he was just doing it for weight loss, so I was kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, is he gonna actually just a little diet thing? But no, it looks like he has connected with the ethics as well, which
Yeah.
is really, really good.
Yeah, I think he just originally did it for his health, didn't he? Because he's really
Yeah.
worried about getting sick and getting diabetes and all the rest of it.
It looks like Will.i.am will be eating more black-eyed peas.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice. I got a feeling. Yeah.
He's going to be a vegan. Yeah, good on you, Will. Welcome to the squad. If you tuned in,
Yeah. Should we send him the link?
I'm sure he will be. I've heard he's got really into vegan YouTube since his transformation.
Oh God. Better
Yeah.
start doing
His
some more
favourite
stream
channel
views
is
then.
Yeah, Vegetable Police is his favourite channel at the moment. He's really into
What?
that.
How do you know this? I love the Vegetable Police.
Can you imagine if Will.i.am was a huge Vegetable Police fan?
Oh, that'd be so good. How do I make him my biggest fan?
That would be awesome. What people say, when you make the ethical arguments for veganism clear, Veganuary makes no sense.
Oh yeah,
No,
okay.
Veganuary is just a way to get people introduced to veganism. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's just, it's saying to people, look, try it without any kind of long-term commitment. But, what we do find is when people do it and they do find out everything, then, a lot of people do stick with it. So it's really effective.
Right, the
I
chat.
think they say like 50% of their people who do it stick with it, don't they, or something? I know it's quite a good percentage.
Yeah, I think
Does
it
anyone
is.
know
Yeah,
that?
130. Was it 135,000 signed up?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
'Cause they were quite disappointed. They didn't hit their target of 150,000, and I was thinking like, but you got 135,000. That's like still double what you got
Yeah.
last year. So I mean, good on them for setting like a high target, but definitely don't knock yourself down because you didn't hit 150,000. Christ, 135,000 vegans at the moment.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
probably.
Isn't there only meant to be? It's only meant to be like 500,000 vegans in the country anyway, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is it 500,000? Yeah. So if we've got an extra
no, should we Google it?
135,000.
I can't actually. I've got like the spinning beach wall of death on my screen, so I can't actually do anything. I can't close down any windows. I can't look at the chat.
I'm pretty sure it's 500,000. So if we've got an extra 135,000 now, we're up to 625,000. Not
Yeah.
bad going, Veganuary.
Well,
Well done.
most of them are going to be temporary. Not everyone's going to stick with it, are they?
Yeah, and I think more people will stick with it this year than they will last year, though.
What
'Cause
makes
it's
you
just
think they
more-
will this year? Do you think it's?
Well,
do you think there's been a?
It's easier. It's easier than it
Yeah,
was
that's
last
true.
year.
Yeah. I was thinking this the other
That
day
doesn't-
actually, how easy it is to be vegan.
Yeah,
these days.
every single year it gets easier and easier. So all that's going to happen is that every year more people are going to sign up for Veganuary and more people are going to find out how easier it was than last year.
Yeah.
So you're just going to get a bigger success rate. So yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. When
Help him with it enforces the idea that veganism is a diet. Like I said, Veganuary isn't a perfect model
No, but the thing is, you're going to get. That's the only way you're going to get people to do it. Is that you kind of have to treat them like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you only have to do it temporarily, but once you form a
It's the
habit,
foot in
you
the-
need the
it's
month
the foot in
of to you need the month to form the habit to actually be able to stick with it, to be able to understand it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
And
it's like
foot in
vegan
the
it's
door.
vegan training for a month.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like I say, it's a foot in the door thing. You're getting people to
Yeah.
perform a small action to then. So this basically, I saw this spoken about by a guy called Tobias Lienhardt. He's the vegan strategist, and he said about an experiment where they were trying to get people to put big signs in their gardens to say for people to drive slowly in a certain neighborhood, and people
Right.
where they went around and asked people, and people weren't interested in doing that because they were asking them to do something too big. So what they did instead in another part of the neighborhood is went around and just asked people to put stickers in their window to tell people to drive safely. Because it was a small thing, people did it. Then when they went back to those people again, after they'd put the stickers in and asked them to put the signs in the garden, they were more likely to do it because they'd already performed a smaller
Oh
action.
yeah, sort of like primed them. Sort of
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they allow them to do a large action. Veganuary is like the smaller action. You're asking people just to go vegan for a month with the intent, which is what Veganuary pretty much do.
You're just grooming
So
people. You're grooming people for veganism. That's what you're
So
doing.
what Veganuary pretty much do, I mean, I'm sure they do with their mail outs and stuff. At the end of the month, they'll be telling people why to continue it. So you're getting them involved, say, we'll do it for a month. And then at the end of the month, say, well, look, you should do it for longer because of these reasons. And people are more likely to do it because they've already started. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
There's
good
method
idea.
to the madness.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure. The guy who founded it, what's his name? Glover, Michael? No, Matthew Glover. Yeah. I'm sure he's thought about this. On ITV, wasn't he, the other day?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, he did really well. It's just like a little mini debate, but it wasn't really a debate at all. It's really sweet. It's just like,
Yeah,
what about honey? Is that okay? And he just said like 2 words, and it's like, oh, that's all we've just run out of time now. Yeah.
Yeah, he did well. Bless him.
Yeah.
What's going on? Else is going on in the chat here? Logan Blake, Thunder Bay personal trainer. Logan Blake.
Awesome.
So, happy birthday,
Logan Blake's
BWP. Which is really good. Earl is saying 1 in 5 vegans aren't ethical though. They have cheat meals. If they're not vegan, then are they?
Well, they're not. This is yeah. My sister does that.
Yeah. They are plant based.
Yeah, she's definitely plant based. Yeah. I think.
But think about it this way, guys. Right? Again, not everyone is going to become ethical vegans. But the thing is, for now, let's just get as many people as we can to at least be plant based.
To be able to understand that it's easy to get hold of the food, yeah, at least.
Yeah, because eventually they will end up connecting with the ethics. Just get people involved. Let's not go too hard on the people 99% there. Let's go for the people that aren't 0 there.
Oh, we need to make it as normal as possible because it is normal basically, and carnism is weird. We want to try to make that sort of switch now.
Yeah, I think it's getting there. I really think it is because there is a bit of a stigma about eating meat now. I genuinely think there is,
especially the environmental kind of people. I mean, people that still eat it, they are very aware of the environmental impact of that it has now, don't they? Because everyone pretty much everyone's eating meat, not even.
Yeah, if you talk to people about eating meat, not even in a vegan sense, but just tell them about, what do you think about eating meat? A lot of people will start getting a bit kind of a bit funny about it, just because it is starting to become that kind of habit in a way, when you really question someone about it.
Yeah.
No one talks about meat with unless you're a mentalist. Unless you're kind of very kind of protective over it in kind of a really positive way anymore. Everyone just kind of knows it's a bit of a habit.
Yeah, it's really weird when you get ethical meat eaters kind of defend their position and stuff, thinking they're really angelic or something.
Someone just said there's someone said it's 1 frame a minute.
Oh no. Yeah, my thing is stuck on. My beach ball is stuck on the spinning beach ball thing is stuck, and it said stream health is really bad, it's red. So I don't know what I can do about that really.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be because your laptop's maybe going a bit crazy
Oh
with all the
God.
spinning people. They can't do anything. They can hear us at least. It's
Oh God, what do I
just
do?
the rest doesn't look as clear.
How can I, what can I do to save this? Anything?
Um, Literally quit OBS, open it again, click start streaming again.
Okay. Will it still just go back to the same stream?
Possibly, yeah, if you do it
Oh
properly.
wait, now I've got the beach ball on. Oh no, I haven't got the beach ball on the OBS. So I just press stop stream and then start again, yeah?
Yeah, so
Do you
like,
think that'll work?
yeah, is the beach ball on OBS or is it on something else?
It's on Chrome on underneath. So I'm not really sure.
So it's on my Hangout. So is this on
Uh,
Hangouts? You can quit Chrome and I can, and you can go back into it because you'll still be on screen.
I can't quit Chrome though because you're on it. You're on Chrome,
Yeah,
so I
but
can't quit. And you'll go, won't you?
no, I'll still be in the Hangouts call. I won't be on the stream, but like you can join the call again and I'll be back. So you just hop out of the call and rejoin the call.
Oh, okay. Not really sure how to do that. Okay, so I'll just quit the call and then I don't know how to get back in though.
Yeah. Just use the same link again. Exactly the same link. It's in on Facebook chat.
Yeah, but then everyone will see
The
it,
one you
won't
sent
they?
me.
Everyone will see the link. That's the problem.
No, because you can just do it on the screen with OBS on, which isn't no one can see, and then drag it down.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll quit. I'll be back. Can you hold? So you'll be on the stream and I won't
No,
for 1 minute.
you'll still be on the stream. Just me. I won't be on it. I'll be
I don't really
when you come back.
understand. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
Just call me again. You'll still be on the stream though. I won't
Oh, okay, yeah.
until hang
So
up.
I hang up and then I just rejoin again.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Don't have it on your phone.
I can't do anything though. Oh, wait.
What have you got open? It's because you've got it open too many times. Emma. Emma.
Sorry?
You got it open too many times.
I'm just going to try opening it again. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so I just drag this over to here. There we go. And we're back. So can you hear me okay? Yeah? Alright, that's better, isn't it? I think. Now you're really shoppy. Yeah, everything that the desktop is on there though, so there we go. Yeah. I think so. I'm not really sure. So what were we talking about? I can't remember now. We were talking about yeah.
It's just really
It's probably going to take a while to catch up. Maybe there's a little bit of a delay. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm meant to have like the fastest speed internet here, but obviously not. Yeah. The upload speed it was really good the other day. I mean, it was amazing. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Ah, right. I need to catch up with the comments now. Where were we? Oh, grooming is immoral, though, isn't it? Grooming people into Veganuary and becoming vegan via Veganuary. Yeah, apparently. So says RLHL. Exactly. Well, I mean, there's advertising and stuff, I suppose. And have you seen there's a new book now called How to Go Vegan?
This is what love.
By them.
Your frames per second
Yeah.
is full.
Have you had a little peruse of it? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, if the stream health is okay, then I was going to bring another guest onto the show for us to talk to. Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest, because I have no idea. I'm not very technical. I'm still getting used to this system. This is why I didn't want to do any debates tonight, because I knew this was going to happen, basically. So, just wanted to test it out. Nobody can hear Chris. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm crap with technology. I have no clue what I'm doing. This is not easy, I'm telling you. I need to get used to doing stuff like this. Oh, the stream health looks good again anyway. So, just trying to find the link again that Chris sent me earlier on. If it'll work. We'll get Chris back on. Sorry about this, guys. I wanted it to be really professional, but clearly I'm not a very professional person. There we go. Does that work? Is that better?
Hopefully I should be back then.
Let's
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you.
Let's put you back.
So we just got to wait to see if people can hear us. Yeah. You see,
Can you hear? Can everyone hear us? Okay.
we'll have to wait.
Just try not to show the link at the top.
Hello.
That'll have to do. That's fine. It's not as pretty as it was before, but.
Can anybody hear us? Hello, hello.
I've got a few comments. You women trying to use technology never works, Banana, we're a princess.
Have you put me back on the screen on the Hangouts as well?
Yeah, it's just I haven't cropped it or whatever. It's just it is what it is. At least I got the bananas in the background anyway. That was a pretty cool addition, wasn't it?
At the moment, I'm on the. Oh yeah, there I am. So I'm watching the stream as well, so I can be up to date with people. So they should. Some people started saying yes, so I'm guessing that means they can hear us now. There is quite a delay on this.
Yeah.
Adam Scott says yes. We'll wait for one more yes. Audio is fine. Right, we're back in the game.
Okay.
Done.
Cool.
Just pretend it never happened.
Oh, the vegan Kira's just making fun out of me. Not easy for a woman, but a powerful male brain would have resolved the issue long ago. Banana, we're a princess.
Maybe. But remember, behind every powerful male is normally a female. A powerful female. There's always a backup woman, isn't there?
Yeah.
Obama and Michelle. Jay-Z, Beyonce in the back. There's always someone lurking. Women make men great.
Yes, they do. Audio's fine. Cool.
Or great women make great men greater. Yeah, that's my saying of the day. Quote it. Put it as your Facebook status, people. Tweet it. That is Chris's tweet of 2018.
Right, I was going to send the link to my friend James, but he's not actually online at the moment. He said he was going to come on. He's been doing a lot of activism. He just sort of basically came from nowhere. He's a really cool guy. He just started doing activism in Norwich. Okay. He's aspiring to be like the next James Aspie, and he's like basically doing a lot of outreach and a lot of activism. So he's doing a lot of saves, going to like every single cube, and he's only just started about 2 or 3 months ago, but he's already like one of the best activists I know. So
nice.
I was going to have him on. Yeah, he's quite an inspiring guy. And then I was going to have Ellie Fleming. Do you know her from the Flem Face? Yeah.
Of course.
And so hopefully we'll have them on. All in good time. If not, no worries. We'll just continue the birthday party.
Sounds good. It says that we've gone back to choppy video again, but the audio is great.
Well, as long as we have good audio, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Everyone can watch us be weird.
Yeah.
And sorry, doesn't make a difference. It's all good. It means I can pretty much do anything, and no one can tell what I'm doing. Maybe I don't think so. I'm a robot.
Okay, right. James is ready, so I need to find the link for him. Loving your dance moves.
While you do that, I'll just dance. People can watch the chocolate. This is the what was that? Remember Steps, a deeper shade of blue? They did that move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like the YMCA.
Kind of like the YMCA, but a box around your head. I don't know why there's a box. It didn't really have anything to do with the song, but everyone enjoyed it. So it's fine. Right,
I'm just going to send the link to James. He'll come on. I really can't cope with all this technology. It's overwhelming. I've got to be honest, guys. I'm so sorry. It really is overwhelming. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just too many things going on at once. I can't multitask. Right, I'll send James the link and have him on. So we did the Cube of Truth today in London. Not London, in Norwich.
Mm.
And we got, I think it was 160 conversions.
Nice. That is a good number.
It was amazing. We had I think it was the most amount of activists that we've ever had in Norwich. I haven't done
for a little while now. We're doing our next one on when was it again? Maybe like 13th or something of January. I think it's the next Cube. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to getting back involved. I've missed the last few because I've been away.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's easy to get back into though. It's not really hard, is it? Because it's so easy. You've got the screens there, you've got the footage.
Mm.
A lot of people really were engaging. We had a lot.
Did you find? Do you think more people were engaging because of Veganuary as well?
I don't know. I think with the lead up to Christmas, everybody was just really rude to us because they're like, "Why are you doing this? You're going to ruin our Christmas. We want, we just want to enjoy our Christmas and eat turkey." But I think with January, it's a bit more of a people want to detox, don't they? And it's a bit more of a natural progression from there.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'd be interested
that's
to see
why it's easier.
Quite good. Did you film anything while you're doing it?
I did a live stream on Facebook, and we had one of the guys, one of the organisers from the Peterborough AV came, and we had a little bit of a debate on there with a couple of people. Yeah, they went really, really well actually, and yeah, got another one in a couple of weeks' time. Actually spoke to a lot of. You tend to speak to a lot of vegans on Outreach. Coming up to watch the footage, and they're already vegan, so getting a lot more activists into doing AV through talking to them, on Outreach, which is really cool as well. So
nice.
Not just making new vegans, but new activists as well, which is exciting.
Good. More activists make more vegans. So
yeah.
All works out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into doing some proper kind of on the street activism because I've just been
me too. Yeah,
busy doing other things. It's going to be quite nice to actually have some conversation. I did a little bit when I was in just before Christmas. We did like a kind of Earthlings experience thing at Totnes Christmas market. Come and shut us down, and I quickly schooled them on the law. And,
oh really? Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and ended up coming and being like, "Oh well, we'll have to get the police." And I was like, "We'll get the police because we're completely within our rights." And then the police came and basically said, "Yeah, we can't do anything," which was great. So yeah, make sure you know the law, people, if you're doing street activism, because it's very helpful. Just know the European Court of Human Rights, Articles 10 and 11.
Okay.
Right of association and freedom of expression. They're the ones that allow you to basically protest, which is good. So yeah, remember those, and you can pretty much do what you want.
And when the weather starts getting better, what I'm going to do is start doing chalk activism again, chalktivism, because I think that's really effective as well. And it gives me a chance to get a bit more creative and whatnot as well, because I am quite an artistic person.
Indeed, you are.
So.
Yeah, I'm a bit rubbish with chalk. I'm a bit rubbish with a pen, to be honest. My handwriting's terrible.
But you're very good with technology.
Yeah,
because without you,
I'm all good with that. But give me a pen, I can't do anything.
Yeah. So basically, without Chris, I wouldn't be able to set up this live stream tonight. I wouldn't have had a clue.
But it's still choppy. But I just blame slow upload speeds for that. I tried, people. I tried. So I'll write something to show you how bad my handwriting is. What do you want me to write? So happy birthday.
Milk jar is sexy.
Milk jar is sexy. Right, this is my handwriting. I look like it's like a 7-year-old.
It's a little circles on top of the eyes.
Yeah, I've always the eyes. Yeah, so that's how terrible my handwriting is. The vegan Kira says, name the trait absent in monkeys that, if absent in a black man, would justify giving a black man a banana.
That's absurd. I don't really understand. Can you?
No, name the trait absent in monkeys that, if absent in a black man, would justify giving a black man a banana. So what is lacking in monkeys?
Intelligence.
No, because I would give a banana to both of them anyway. So why would you prioritize a banana to one and not the other? I don't really understand. I don't think there isn't really anything. You just give them a banana. I don't know.
Why not give them an orange or an apple?
Banana hunger? No, because that wouldn't. Is it a single banana? Is it like picking between the monkey, or is there multiple bananas? I don't know.
How many bunches of bananas?
Yeah.
Depends.
I have no idea.
Depends how many.
Someone's asking what our favourite vegan junk food item is. Mine is fries, fries chicken nuggets. They're amazing.
Well, I don't know if you... Well, it is technically junk food, I suppose, but it's pretty healthy. It's One Planet Pizza.
I still need tonight. Pizza. I can't get them down here yet.
Oh no. They've got they're branching out there. They've got wholesalers that they deliver all over the country. They deliver as far up as Inverness somewhere or something like that in Scotland. So
you need to get Torquay. Not quite happen to buy them. So I know, obviously, you know the people that run it, but yes, are we talking? I mean, what are we comparing these to? You know,
well,
like how
the only vegan pizza that I know of, well, there's a couple. There's that V Bites one, which isn't great. Right. And there's one called White Rabbit, which isn't even a vegan company. They do other things like gluten-free stuff that has like dairy in it and stuff. They do a frozen pizza that you can get from Sainsbury's, but it's not really to my liking. The base is really too thin, and the cheese isn't all that great on it. So yeah, the One Planet Pizza, they use the cheese, you know, the Bute Island cheese. Yeah, it's really, really good. So if you can get hold of it, then go hunt it down. It's the best. Yeah.
Someone's saying, is it unethical to have sex with a non-sentient baby that is still alive? What a question.
A non-sentient baby?
Okay, so
what? So are they a baby in a coma?
Okay, no, hold on. This is what I want to ask. Okay, was the baby ever sentient? Ever? And does it have the capacity to continue to be sentient? Or is it like a plant where there's, you know, a life force within it, but it has no way of, you know, there was nothing there and there will be nothing there. If that is the case, then yes, that's fine if it's basically a plant baby. But if it's in a coma, then no, because it had prior sentience and it still will have sentience after it comes out from that state.
And also,
so yes, if the baby's a plant, if the baby's a cabbage, that's fine.
The baby's family probably aren't going to be too happy about it either.
Well, it depends. I mean, like we could, well, I guess we could say there is a secondary ethical issue of family members. But if it would say if we're in a vacuum and there's no family members.
Here's James.
Is he there, James?
Yeah, he's there, but I need to change him around. How do I do it? Just click on there. Hey James, can you hear me?
Change him around?
Oh, he's gone again. Yeah, make his picture big. But he's gone anyway, so I can't do it.
It should switch between me and him, depending on who's talking.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Kira said the baby was sentient, but now is not sentient and never will be. If it's never going to be sentient again, and we're going to say that there was there's no parents, there's literally no family members, and it's just so basically you're just talking about a dead baby. It's really, I mean, you know,
it's a vegetable baby.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real ethical issue. But it's just a bit weird, isn't it? Why would you want to do that? I mean, yeah, I think that's my answer. I mean, no one's getting harmed by it because it's dead and there's no family. Such a weird conversation. But yeah.
Why do you want to know the answer to this question?
Yeah. Why do you want to know? Oh, Tim's in. Mr. Ethologic himself.
Hey, Tim.
He is in.
Happy birthday, BWP. Thank you very much, Tim. Yeah, I really enjoyed your live stream, actually. I checked in for like the first evening of it. and then I was on the next day, wasn't I?
Oh yeah.
The sanctuary.
The vegan Kira? No, I wouldn't. Not for ethical reasons, just because it's fucking weird. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Smash that like button. Yep. Make sure you do it. People, it's BWP's birthday. Smash that like button. Become a patron. Give us some pennies to help her go out and do cool things.
Maybe it will help my...
Would you say that incentive...
Oh. Hello? Oh, there you are.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm great, thank you.
This is James, everybody. And James, have you
Hey.
met
guys.
Chris before?
I haven't. Nice to meet you, Chris.
Chris
Yeah,
Hines.
you too, man.
Chris Danger Hines.
Great.
Yeah, so...
Lots of random questions going on, but we can skip them if you want. It's up to you. It's your stream.
Yeah, so basically me and Chris have been doing Keep It Truth today in Norwich. And I was like listening to you on Outreach, Chris, and you were just so good.
Well, me? I wasn't.
Oh, sorry, no, James, yeah. Yeah, you're really good on Outreach today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a great day today. Really fantastic.
Yeah. 160? Was it?
160.
Was it 160?
Yeah, we had roughly 160, roughly 40 activists, which I believe is a record for Norwich.
Yeah.
So great way to start 2018.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's your kind of do you have any sort of kind of tactic when talking to people, James? Is there any certain kind of speech pattern you kind of like to use with people? Any sort of arguments you like to kind of lay down?
I've got a few.
It's true. Yeah, Emma's the expert. She's been out much longer than I have, but I just like to ask questions rather than lecture and just simply ask questions, sort of gauge where they're at and let them bring the arguments forward from there and just give them the rebuttals, really.
Okay, just do the Socratic method then.
That's it. Yeah.
And what were you finding the responses like today? Because I was asking Emma whether she thought maybe the response was better because of Veganuary, and whether people were up for it. I mean, did you find that maybe it's something to do with that, or
it's definitely getting a lot more positive. I think with everything on the news recently, the BBC talking about it, ITV talking about it as well. It's definitely out there. People are familiar with what vegan means now, whereas even just a few months ago, not everyone knew. Not everyone, they sort of were scared of it. They didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
But they get it. They get it now. So it's great. It's spreading. And 2018 is going to be a big year for us. Really big year.
So how long have you been vegan for?
I've been vegan, I think, coming up to 15 months now.
Okay.
15 months,
and what kind of made you go vegan initially? Was it for ethical reasons, or?
It wasn't actually. No, that was the last thing. But it's kept me, of course. I'm here now for the animals. It was originally Cowspiracy.
No.
Recommended to me.
So more for environment.
Yeah, for the environment. I'm very sort of scientifically minded, so learning the facts, the fact that this isn't getting taught, really just made me wake up and sort of pay attention. And since then, I then learned the health benefits. I've lost a lot of weight since I went vegan through working out and diet, of course. And now I'm here for the animals. That's why I do what I do.
That's great. And when did you start kind of wanting to get involved in the kind of activism side?
So it was actually just after the march.
Okay.
So it was roughly about a year, or coming up to a year, that I'd been vegan at that point. And I was talking to my friends and family about it. I had maybe about 7 or 8 people go vegan through that, which was great, but I needed to do more. It wasn't enough for me. And it was actually Ed's speech, which is obviously fantastic. He's a great guy. And that's what just pushed me over the edge, and I've been at it ever since. Joined Emma in Norwich, when was it, October?
Yeah,
and
it's around October time, yeah. And every single weekend you've been doing something. Just
just trying to keep
all
myself
the time,
busy.
Yeah. Traveling as well, not just Norfolk, but everywhere really, like London and.
That's it. I'll be heading down to Brighton later in the month as well.
Nice. Yeah, Emma said you've been going to the saves as well.
Yes, yeah, I've been working with Norfolk and Suffolk Save.
Now, how did you find that when you kind of went to your first one? What was your kind of initial reaction to it?
Yeah, so for me, public outreach was a big thing. I love talking to people. I love spreading information. So this is obviously a very different type of sort of activism. Emotional, of course. The first time I'd really actually got up close to animals, although I I liked animals. I'd never met many. You know, I hadn't been to farms, I hadn't been to sanctuaries, I hadn't really had much experience. So seeing the footage online and then actually seeing it in person was very eye-opening. I've edited a couple of videos, put them up on my Facebook, and I've had several friends and family now message me wanting to go vegan, wanting to do more, wanting to understand. I've got vegan friends who now want to become activists as well through it. So it's great. It's really, really great.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really good you've got involved with the Save movement. I think it is a really powerful thing. Like I've done like live streams from so many saves, and so many people just shocked being, because you know, no one expects someone to be stood outside of a slaughterhouse live streaming.
That's it.
But the last thing people expect to pop up on their Facebook feeds.
Yeah,
it definitely gets a
and
good
somebody
reaction.
that they know as well, sort of like talking them through and just telling them what's happening there. You know, not just the visual, but actually explaining what's going on. I think that's quite important as well.
Yeah. I actually find one thing I've started doing recently is when I live stream from saves now, I actually point the camera at myself.
Yeah.
So that I'm in shot for the most of it. So even when I'm at a truck, I'm kind of like back to the truck holding the thing, and so I can talk. But I just find just being in the stream itself, so you're not just behind it, you're not just a voice, just gives it that little bit more reality. It's like, oh well, he's literally stood next to a cow in a slaughterhouse truck. Like that, nothing can be denied. I found that really powerful to do.
Yeah, it's helping them connect, helping them realize that you're there for them. You know, it's not just another documentary, it's not just another Facebook video, it's their friend there, been up their time.
Yeah, no, it sounds really good. I need to come up to Norwich sometime and come and do some activism, I think.
Yeah, there's lots happening in Norwich at the moment. A lot.
Yeah,
we've got Earthlings, the Cube, the Save, everything. It's all happening.
Yeah,
all
Norwich
the time, isn't it? Every single weekend or something now. Pretty much.
Norwich is like Brighton. No, it's definitely, because, you know, like just from kind of looking around, like there are certain places that seem to be building this kind of really big kind of vegan community, and Norwich always seems to like stick out. Like there's so many, like you got so many vegan YouTubers there. There's always activism going on all the time. Like that, it seems to be like such a good community there compared to a lot of other places. I mean, why do you think? Yeah, I guess a question to both of you. Why do you think that is? Why Norwich? You know, what's happened in Norwich to make it pick up more than other places?
Just
Norwich.
people, I don't know. People just really care about it a lot. They just want to be activists here. What do you think, James?
Well, Norwich is very liberal. Generally, we've got a large sort of youth population, even though we're surrounded by farms, which is quite interesting. But the response from the public is just great. We've got so many vegan restaurants here in Norwich. You know, we've got companies like One Planet Pizza that operate from Norwich. So many choices like this. It's not difficult. They don't have to go to average restaurants and just pick the vegan option. There's restaurants specifically for vegans here, so we're in a very lucky position. Market stalls, pop-up places, we've got festivals, campouts, everything's happening here. So it's, once you go vegan, it's not a tricky experience at all. And you know, the help of people like Emma and Paul, you know, Hedge Herbivore, people know these people, they've watched them online, and then they see them, you know, doing public outreach, and they realize, oh, this is real. Let's join in.
Yeah. Emma, how have you found Norwich has changed it? Obviously, being vegan for a good few years now.
It's really changed significantly, because I went vegan 4 years ago. Yeah, I went vegan 4 years ago, and when I first went vegan, I couldn't even, like, there wasn't very much in the supermarkets for me. You'd go to maybe like after about a year, I found one vegan ice cream in Sainsbury's, and now they've got like a whole section, haven't they? A whole cabinet full of different flavours, everything. But not just that, but I just noticed these days it's just like vegan stickers already just like plastered all around the town, aren't there? Like on the lampposts everywhere. I never got that 4 years ago. And yeah, I mean, we started a, you know, Norwich Vegans that started up, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago, and it's just sort of grown from there, the community. As James said, because it's a university town, so a city, sorry. So yeah, we've just got a lot of young people here, and they really do care, you know. I think I was talking to a few young people today on outreach during Cuba Truth, and it seems to keep popping up. Like the young people here at school, they're taught in school about animal cruelty and stuff, or about animal agriculture at school. around about sort of the age of about 14. I don't know if that's a nationwide thing, but I don't know, maybe that might have something to do with it. I don't know if that's a factor, but yeah. It's pretty
that's
cool.
really good. It's definitely like changed really, really quickly. Because I mean, even like in Torquay, like when I first, and there was barely anything around, and we've actually got a fully vegan cafe now. That was never there before, so that's a massive step forward. And just the availability of stuff, and most like restaurants here now do vegan menus and everything, and it's just becoming more and more normal, which is great. And that's only in the space of a couple of years. I mean, you've been vegan for longer than I have. I've been vegan for 3, and I've seen like a big change
like
just
longer.
in those 3 years. What's that?
It seems like you've been vegan for longer. I feel like you've been.
Okay, well,
I feel like you're sort of a long time vegan.
Well, I think I was vegetarian for 15 years prior to that, and I was very much vegetarian for ethical reasons, not for dietary reasons.
Yeah.
But I just was I didn't know anything about the dairy industry. That was so I was basically a vegan that had no idea, which just didn't know about the dairy industry and still supported it.
Yeah.
Like if someone had told me years ago, I would have been vegan. God knows how many years ago. But...
We get that a lot in Norwich. So many vegetarians, and they have no idea about dairy. It's just not taught. So as soon as we explain it, their eyes do widen instantly. I think it's definitely dairy that stops veggies, isn't it? So
yeah, because I literally had no idea for some time, and when I finally learned, I was just like, oh my god, how have I been supporting this for so long? Like, why didn't someone tell me this? Like,
that's the thing. Now there's so many of us to tell everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas before, when you're vegetarian, you just didn't have that. So yeah, that's probably why there's been a boom in veganism of late, because so many more vegans to tell other people. So
yeah, true. I've always actually wondered. I'm sure I read a study somewhere, but I need to try and find it because I have no idea what the stats were. But it'd be really interesting to know how many people are going vegan because of activists, and how many people are going vegan because of other factors. Just to know kind of how effective we kind of really are.
Well, we're hoping to track that, aren't we, Emma, through Anonymous for the Voiceless?
Yeah.
With 22-Day Vegan Challenge. So we're going to have a slightly updated link so that we can track how many people go to the 22-Day Vegan Challenge through Anonymous.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it will take for stats to come out for that, but that's certainly going to be interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that would definitely be good. I mean, I know Joey Carbstrong's killing it at the moment.
He's the man.
Yeah,
he really is. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Didn't he do like 850 people in 1 week?
I think they asked him to stop sending people their way because they didn't have enough resources.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Good old Joey. He's actually he's going to be in England for the next couple of months now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got quite a busy schedule by the looks of it. So it was Manchester Pig Save, I believe.
Yeah.
Most recently.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's got planned this weekend.
I have to go and visit him in London, maybe see what he's up to. Good old Joey. He's a good lad.
Yeah, here it is.
I'm just going to need to run to the. Oh, sorry, I was going to say I need to run to the toilet quick, so I'll be back.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And my friend Ellie's going to come on soon as well. Ellie Flemface, so she'll be on the show, the birthday show, whatever you want to call it, in a bit. But yeah, James, are you alright?
You're great. It's been a fantastic day. Still on the high from.
Oh yeah. It's been such
great conversations.
I know, yeah. It was like the best way to celebrate my birthday as well.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah. It was so good, and it was just just so many people came, a lot of new people as well. So really happy.
So
about
many
that.
new people. Yeah, I think it was at least 10 to 12 new people.
Yeah,
about a third all new. It's amazing. We're growing every week, every single AV session.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason is, part of the attention on the Norwich AV is part of the fact we've got the 4 TV screens as well.
Yes, they've helped massively.
A massive impact, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So clear, so like big as well. Like you can see just from down the street, from quite far away.
That's it.
What's going on?
We're really lucky in Norwich with our location.
Yeah.
Nice long road, not much sunlight. Of course, there's not time of year anyway, but the TVs are bright, so you can see them from a distance, and
Yeah.
you just can't argue it,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Able to reach so many more eyes.
Yeah. And we had a lot of people sort of like walk past shouting things at us today. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
There's pictures of my dinner and stuff like that. But I thought it was quite funny because with those sorts of people, I was explaining to people, like the new people that came today, that's kind of like a visceral reaction to the feeling of guilt, I think, I find.
Yes.
So even though it's kind of like a negative reaction to what they're seeing on the screens, I think they go away with, they still go away with that seed planted, which could
Definitely.
hopefully, turn into positive change. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we very rarely expect people to go vegan on the spot. It happens, which is great. I think we had at least sort of 3 or 4 of them today, which is fantastic. And we had one lady come back, which was she went vegan on the spot two Norwich cubes ago, and she was back today, joining in, which was fantastic.
Oh, another one.
So
there's another lady like that a few months ago as well, who's the same sort of thing. Yeah, she'd seen the footage and then she came to the very next cube and joined in. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
So yeah, I can't wait for the next one.
That's it. Yeah, 2 weeks, January the 20th.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And I was just saying to Chris that I spoke to a lot of vegans actually on the street and tried to turn them into activists as well. So it's not just turning people vegan, but I think activists is where it's at these days.
That's it. Vegan activism is the moral baseline, as we've heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back now. I've got hummus.
Oh, nice. Pizza. I've got birthday cake downstairs. I just want to go and get it. But
tell us about your birthday cake. What type of cake is it?
Oh, well, I don't know. I've got this vegan coffee shop in Norwich. He just gave me some, so I think it's avocado chocolate cake. It looks really good. Like the icing is like there's 3 tiers of like chocolate Grenache. So I can't wait to dig into that.
Awesome.
What would be your top 3 activist kind of Socratic questions that you'd ask the public on outreach if you were doing Anonymous with the Voiceless? What would be?
Good question.
Start with you, Chris.
I think now. Well, I think I always like saying, if you. Oh, I'm trying to think. Because I haven't done it for so long. I'm just trying to think what.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, start with James then.
I was trying to think.
So one that I've been using a lot recently. I'm a big fan of this. It's just simply asking them after a brief introduction is, do you love animals? And usually it's a yes. Or would you say you're an animal lover? Actually, would you say you're an animal lover? And usually it's a yes. And then my follow-up question is, do you eat animals? And it just puts me some pause to think. And they're so used to hearing the word meat instead of animals that I think just that, rather than saying meat, calling them what they are, they are thinking, feeling animals, and the fact that they're then looking at the animals on the screen at the same time. That's definitely my favourite question. Then just asking them, are they aware that this is UK footage that we're showing? Because we show Land of Hope and Glory plus several other clips as well. And then also, are they aware that this is what we're showing is mostly free range and organic? With the Land of Hope and Glory, we're lucky because most of the footage is sort of Norfolk and Suffolk, and that's right where we are. So they just can't argue with that.
I think I've got quite a short and snappy kind of routine with mine. I pretty much just say, what do you think of the footage? And then they're like, oh, it's rubbish, isn't it? And I say, yeah. And I said, did you know this happens? And then I just say, did you know there's something you can do about it?
Yeah, that's a good.
And then they're like, yeah. And then sometimes they're just like, what? And then you can say, take this card called Challenge 22 that can help you on a vegan diet. Because the only way we do it is support. And then I did that when I went to I did the Cube in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, and it worked really, really well. I think it's probably the most successful Cube I've ever done, like as far as getting people to take it seriously, because it was just like something just worked about it. I don't know what it was, because I was just like, you know, you can do something about this, and they're like, well, what? And I was just like, well, you know, the only reason this happens is because we support it. You know, try this out, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this really good. Yeah, we'll definitely check this out. And I don't know, it just worked. Maybe give it a go and see what you think for yourself. But
the simple questions are the best.
Yeah, kind of just.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we always get asked, and you know, you've probably both had this before, is, well, what about war? What about child slavery? What about this? What about that? And of course, we fight against them as much as we can as well. But this is something that we're supporting with our money. You know, we go out, we earn money through our jobs, hard-earned work, hard-earned money, and then we're paying people to do that, and they just don't. Yeah. They're just unaware of it.
Yeah,
supply and demand.
This is something we can sort out today. You can sort out by just simply picking up, you know.
You can basically do that. You can do that by saying, well, what can we do for the war in Iraq today?
That's it. Yeah. This is something we can affect every time we leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about vegans don't make any difference though?
I usually batter that one. That's so easy. You know, I always say, think about how much money you give to the meat and dairy industries in your entire life. By you boycotting those industries and not buying those products, you are literally losing those industries thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. And every single person who does it is losing them thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. So that's the impact you're having as one individual.
I like
every person that you may influence. That's more.
I like the vegan psychic answer to that one, which is, so you're saying, after you go vegan, no one else will ever go vegan. Is that what you're saying? Of course, it's not good true, is it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just a chain, isn't it? You know, we get our friends and families go vegan, sometimes unintentionally, even if you're not an activist. You know, they're inspired by you.
Yeah.
Generally, you know, most people are going to lose weight when they go vegan because, you know, as you're aware, most people are already overweight. So people just see the change. And even if you're not an activist, but if you are, then great, you can get even more people to go vegan even quicker. But we were very lucky with our location today. I don't know if you noticed, Emma, but we're outside Starbucks and they had that sign advertising their new oat milk lattes.
Yeah, almond, oat milk and coconut
I think. That's it. Yeah, and that's just something they've released recently. So right out where we're standing, if we had the question asked to us today, what are vegans actually changing? Well, there you go. Starbucks is now offering 3 different plant milks. And while I was in there earlier getting an oat latte, I noticed that they're now doing, I believe it was a vegan wrap as well.
Really?
In their fridge section. So it's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my God. People in the chat
making big changes.
People in the chat are saying birthday cake mukbang. So I've got my birthday cake now. See, chocolate.
Emma, I've got a question for you. All right. So over the past few months and stuff, you've been getting a lot more fitter. You've clearly lost weight and everything.
Well,
do you have you
not for long?
Have you found that it has affected your activism and that people take you more seriously? Because there's a big pressure on vegans to make sure that we look the best we can, to be the best advocates. As someone who's gone through that change, have you found that just by naturally being fitter and healthier, that people are taking you more seriously? Is that of interest? Because I'm actually trying to get, I'm doing a lot of exercise and stuff now myself. So I'm interested in what their change will be.
Yeah, a lot of people where I work do like to comment. They always comment on my figure and stuff, and they put it down to the vegan diet. They say, "Oh, you must have that body because you're a vegan," you know. So yeah, it is really good. It's really positive, and they see what I eat. I bring it all in my Tupperware to work, you know, like my quinoa and my rice and my cauliflower wings that I make, my buffalo cauliflower wings. And they were really interested in it and stuff. So yeah, it does. I think it is helping. You know, you've got to look the part as a vegan, haven't you? James looks the part because he works out pretty much every day in the gym.
So I'm yet to have the what about protein question. Yeah. So I'm quite fortunate there.
That's good. Yeah,
but you've been experimenting with Whole Foods recently, haven't you, Emma?
Yeah. I'm off the bandwagon today because I'm
of course.
My cake and my pizza
birthday
today,
treats.
But I found it has really helped my clarity of mind as well, and just made me be able to think a lot more clearly. and just be a lot more productive in my job and stuff, which transfers to more money for me, which is always good, you know. So, yeah, Whole Foods is the way forward. Definitely. Everyone should get on it.
I'm eating.
And read How Not to Die.
Is hummus a whole food? Is that right?
Well,
If you eat the whole thing,
make it without oil, yeah, but with a tiny bit of tahini. Not a shop bought, just make it yourself.
Well, what about Tesco hummus? That's what I've got. Because I mean, at the moment, I'm mainly eating like big chilies that I make out of loads of different beans and stuff. So pretty much what I can live off of.
That's it. You could
really
get so
nice.
full on Whole Foods as well. There's not even that many calories. So, excuse me,
Like
while I'm
the
eating,
bean thing I make.
by the way, on my
The bean thing I make is
microphone.
so easy. I literally just put a can of chickpeas, can of kidney beans, can of baked beans, can of chopped tomatoes in a pan, put chili con carne mix all over it, and then whack it in like a tortilla wrap with hummus, chili sauce, and spinach. And it's amazing. And one batch of it, which probably costs about a couple of pounds to actually buy as well. So it's
That's
super
it,
cheap.
yeah. Whole Foods are
It
so
lasts
cheap as
for
well.
3 days.
So I'll start the day
So
with
good.
like,
I've been-
I don't know about you guys, but I'll start the day. I've got a good question here on the chat, by the way, which I need to answer in a minute. But yeah, start the day with a big banana smoothie, either with kale or spinach in there, or maybe cacao powder, depending on what I'm feeling. And then at work, on break, I'll have loads of bananas, and then I'll have like my lunch will consist of like quinoa with leftover stir fry or curry or a lot of chickpeas in there, loads of sriracha sauce on top. And then for dinner, I usually have like that sticky glutinous Thai kind of rice. I'm really into that at the moment because it's just really filling.
Okay.
With my favourite at the moment is cauliflower wings. That's really good. But you can just make it without the
I love
flour and just put it in the oven with loads of like spices and stuff. And it's just so good. Yeah.
I love just eating rice and soy sauce. So good. Like soy sauce is amazing.
Yeah, so tasty.
I could literally just have a big bowl of it and just eat a black soy sauce on and done. Don't
Nice,
need
nice.
anything else.
I've got a good question here. I don't know how to pronounce this. Shlomo Goldman says, favourite ways to approach people and make them feel at ease and not defensive before asking them the tough questions. Not in the cube, just alone on the street. So that's a really good question. I kind of try and make them identify. What I try and do is try and make them feel as if we're kind of like the same, on the similar wavelength. So I'll say, well, before I was vegan, I thought the same way as you. But then I realised about the horrors of the dairy industry or the egg industry and that kind of thing. So you're kind of on the same level as them. Do you know what I mean? So they're not really going to get too defensive like that because you're sort of putting yourself in their shoes, as it were, I guess. Because you used to be the same way, kind of thing. And I noticed James Aspie does that a lot as well on Outreach. So I don't know. What
I always try and relate to people because I do quite regularly say to people, once you start talking to someone, say, I take it you eat animals, don't you? Like it's the awkward question, and they're like, yeah. And I said, don't worry about it. I used to for years.
Yeah.
It's like I find that's a tactic everyone should. You should always reassure people. Like I always, some things I do regularly say is I say that quite a lot, and I do also quite regularly say about that meat eaters aren't bad people. I say that quite a lot as well. I say people eating meat aren't bad people. We've just been bought into it. It's just become normal. Like because then they know that you're not trying to attack them. Like you just get rid of those kind of like any like objections, isn't it? You do it. So you make
objection handling, basically it.
Yeah, that is the one.
Yeah, so you want to put them at ease, so then you can hit them with the truth bombs, basically. So they'll be more willing to accept the truth when it comes, just slaps them in the face like that. And I don't know.
Yeah, as soon as they don't think you're attacking them, when you just give them information, they then they're fine.
Because then they'll always say, "Oh, but I just love the taste, though." And then you could just hit them with, "Yeah, but you're a good person. You don't prioritise taste over life, do you?" And they'll be like, "Oh, you got me there. Of course I wouldn't know." So you can be a bit cheeky with them as well. You just got to.
Yeah, you can
depends on the person.
also do the I don't know what the word is, technique, but you can make people act in a certain way by implying that they are a certain way. Like one thing I do is I say like, "Oh, you seem like an open-minded kind of person," and the fact you've now asserted that they are an open-minded kind of person makes them more open-minded because they don't want to go against what you just said. So you can do little tiny tricks like that.
Yeah, when they agree that animal cruelty is wrong.
You don't love animals, obviously. So you've now asserted they're an animal lover. Like you said, you don't prioritize taste over life. Obviously, you just asserted that.
Yeah,
it does work.
You just assume basically that they are a good person, and they agree that animal cruelty is wrong, and they don't think it's ethical.
Yeah,
and it's a bit of a sales technique, really, because that's what you do in sales. You kind of just assume, and they sort of go along with it. But you want to try and get their opinions and stuff as well. You want to ask them questions to sort of like tease out the. You want to tease things out of them, like, well, you can ask them, well, are you going to go vegan now? What's stopping you go vegan? What's stopping you now going vegan? And they'll say things like, or maybe they just don't know what to cook, or maybe they think vegan food's expensive or inconvenient, stuff like that. And that's just easy. Those questions are easy then, aren't they? Because they're just practical things that you can help with them at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to start filming my interactions with people a bit more. Because did you see the video I did where I kind of analysed my kind of performance at Cube? Did you see that?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really want to. I think it's helpful for myself, but I think it's helpful for other people as well to actually be able to see, like, oh right, okay, so by saying this happened. This person changed in this way, or this person did this, or this question didn't work. This one, I think doing stuff like that's kind of helpful. It's always good to analyze yourself, and if people can, get benefit from that as well, then all good. So I'd really love to do some more of those.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do some more of those as well. Actually, I think I'm going to start. When I stop producing more street videos again, because I haven't done it in so long. Yeah. Bit behind, but James, what are your plans? Are you going to be starting up a YouTube or anything like that soon, or is it just going to be? Because I know you do a lot of activism on Facebook.
Yeah. So far, I've just been trying to reach existing friends and family through Facebook. Several hundred friends that aren't vegan, potentially haven't even heard of vegan. And that's been really successful so far. It's going really well. But yeah, YouTube is perhaps the bigger plan. You can reach a much wider audience, and as well as helping new vegans. People who, it was your channel actually, Emma, that helped me answer some of my questions, your street interviews.
All right, yeah.
So some of the questions that you were dealing with from them were perhaps some of the questions that I were having at the same time. So it was great. Great way to learn, great way to answer my questions, and just made sure I stayed vegan. I knew it was the right thing. So yeah, but YouTube definitely. Perhaps going down maybe long-term nutrition as well. But initially it'll be activism, Earthlings events, Cube of Truths, just talking to the public and filming it, to improve my own performance, but to help other activists improve theirs.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Is just trying to put out loads of stuff. This is what my plan is for 2018. Just put out more stuff to help other activists, like become better activists. I think one thing we need to do, which I was telling you about earlier, Emma, is we need to make sure that we're putting all our stuff across all platforms. Yeah.
Now, because as much as YouTube is a good platform, Facebook has a much larger reach.
Yeah, Facebook is better.
Like,
it really is.
I mean, you look at Joey Carbstrong, for example. Like, he's getting 35,000, 40,000 views on YouTube. On Facebook, he's getting 1 million. It just goes crazy just because that's where the majority of the people are. And that's, To be honest, most vegan channels, unless you get to a certain point, you'll find you are talking to majority vegans because it's vegans who subscribe to your channels. And it's only people who adamantly are against vegans that go out and search for your channel and find your videos generally. But Facebook is such an open platform. Just by sharing it in a couple of groups and getting people sharing it, which you can't do on YouTube, which would be that'd be a great feature, wouldn't it?
No, you
to
have
be able to share video.
You have to basically wait until your videos get recommended on YouTube, and you can only really do that when your channel gets quite, large. So
I think it'd be awesome though if there was a share feature, so that if someone shared a video that they liked, it came up in your subscriptions.
Yeah,
because someone shared it. It's like shared by.
That would be cool, actually. Yeah, that'd be a good way to find new channels, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But we need to just. But you have got to treat every platform as a separate thing, though, because people engage with different platforms in different ways. So, for example, YouTube. A lot of people that subscribe to YouTube channels are okay with watching a long video because YouTube is full of them. But when you go on Facebook, for example, people are used to watching, short 2-3 minutes, if that, like very short, snappy. So you need to adapt your content for those types of viewers. And then obviously you've got Instagram and stuff like that as well, which again is very short and snappy. You're literally trying to catch people's attention as they're scrolling down a timeline. Twitter's the kind of the same as well. So you need to kind of model your content that will work over all those different platforms and utilize all of them because there's different audiences. And I think by doing that, we'll get a lot bigger reach and a lot more impact, which is why Joey does it. Joey is absolutely killing it since he started using Facebook. Doubled or more reach.
Well, I mean, the only problem I have with that is that I don't really want to use my personal Facebook for it. So I don't know how that would work out.
Well, you can just use your page, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just sharing groups and stuff. You just use your page and then share from that, from that group onto your personal page and then share it from there. But yeah, we should definitely be looking across all platforms these days, as many as possible.
The Shlomo Goldman has asked another question about outreach, approaching people on the street. He says how to approach them in the first place before asking tough questions, so it's not awkward, confronting, coming up to strangers, icebreakers, etc. Aside from the cow costume, he's referring to the one I did in London when I wore the cow onesie and had the sign saying, "Ask me why I'm wearing a cow costume." That was a good technique. I really want to do that one again. If I can dig out the cow costume. But I don't really want to do that in Norwich. I prefer to do it in London where nobody knows me. Icebreakers.
Don't you just say, "Oh, can I just interview you?" Like this is you don't really kind of say, "Oh, it's going to be about veganism," and you're going to get a question. Just say. Yeah,
I just literally say. Yeah, I'll just literally say, "I just want to ask you a couple of questions," or "Can I video you?" Yeah, okay, here we go. Camera's rolling already. That's it, literally. Yeah. And just smile at them, just be friendly. Just, people are just interested in what it's about, Just, can I have just a quick 2 minutes of your time for a couple of questions for a video I'm making? That's it, really.
Remember when I did it, I always said, if they asked what it was about, I said, it's about animals.
Yeah, because it is,
Yeah.
I guess you'd want to approach people who are in a relaxed setting as well. You don't want to stop people in a busy high street. You'll be in areas like you do, Emma, in public parks, places like that, where there's a more relaxed setting, not where they're going to scurry off and do something else.
Yeah, I find if people sat down on in a park or something.
Park's best,
yeah, they're more open. But if they're just walking past on a street and trying to stop them when they're trying to go somewhere, you don't get as
That's why it's so difficult in the winter, because it's just raining all the time. It's cold. Nobody's sitting down in the park. But it's still doable. But I don't really know how to approach them in the first place before asking them tough questions so it's not awkward. Well, just everything I said before, really. Yeah, just sort of putting them at ease and,
just smile.
Yeah,
like you said, just be friendly.
Yeah, just be friendly.
We're not there to shout at them. We're just there to talk. That's it.
I know. I think
just a conversation.
Yeah, I think you've got to come at it at the sort of mindset of you are there. You have to be open-minded to their point of view as well. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be, I'm just going to teach you about veganism. You've got to listen to them and ask them more questions about what they say, so that you see if you can learn something from them at the same time. I think that and that will come across. They'll figure that out from yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you've already got.
It's
that
always
mindset.
interesting to learn. It's always interesting to learn why they aren't vegan. That we get asked the question, "Why are you vegan?" But if we flip it, why aren't you vegan? Once we gauge how much knowledge they actually have on veganism, it's often interesting to then find out why they aren't vegan, why they haven't thought about it, or if they're vegetarian, why they aren't vegan. There's so many, like you said, so many things that we can learn. And then we structure the conversation based on that. We take our approach based on how much knowledge they have and what their reasons are for not being vegan already.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, has anyone got any more questions in the chat? Would you eat your own shit but bits of undigested sweet corn in it to save a cow's life? That is a actual question.
If it was guaranteed the cow's life would be saved, then yeah, I'd probably do it.
Bits of
a couple of seconds of eating, cow gets his life saved. There's worse things you could be doing in there.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not jackass. It's no different, is it? And the sweet corn will give you nutrition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tasty. If it's whole food shit, then it's probably going to be not too bad.
It's from the vegan Kira.
Okay, I'm going to bring on Ellie for a bit longer, and then we'll probably wrap things up because the birthday party is now coming to a close because it's almost going to be midnight now, and it's not going to be my birthday anymore. So, yeah. And then
4 more minutes of go.
What's that?
Got 4 more minutes of birthday. No, not 4 minutes. Sorry, 14 minutes.
14 minutes. That's it. Yeah. So bear with me, guys, and I'll just add her on. But what else has been going on in vegan news recently? Any current affairs you wanted to discuss, guys?
I was trying to think what has
been. What did you think? Really? What did you think about that story about the chef that on Facebook said she spiked some vegans' food?
Oh yeah.
Now she's resigned.
She's an idiot.
That's it. It was a day later, wasn't it? One day later, she's gone. So it'll be be interesting if there's any updates of where she goes. If she goes to another restaurant, it'll be interesting if anyone actually now employs her.
Apparently, she's the co-owner, and the other owner is her husband, so she won't be going far away from this.
No. So I've got to say, stake in the business.
Yeah, but obviously she's an idiot for doing it. I mean, I don't agree with all the people giving her death threats and stuff like that. I think it's a bit, I think it's a bit much.
No, I don't advocate for that.
That's an idiot, but there's no need for death threats. But I mean, she should be very aware of what she did because what she could have done, serious thing, could have actually killed someone if they had allergies.
Absolutely.
If they had a serious dairy allergy and she put dairy in there, for example, then that could have ended horribly. So it was, not the best idea for her and a bit of a career ender. So I think hopefully she's learned.
And potentially a lesson for others as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't fuck with vegan food.
Yeah. Definitely don't mess with the vegan community. They will fuck you up.
But I love, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date with how well we're doing in terms of stopping the sale of fur at the moment with winter here. Various market stalls in big open markets. Of course, as we're all aware, the big Canada goose. There's so many posts that I'm seeing of us campaigning to stop the sale of fur at these market areas, and within a few days, they've agreed to stop it. Big brands are coming out, stopping it as well. It's really great.
Yeah, it's doing really, really well, and especially all the stuff at London Fashion Week made so much press and everything, which was really good. So yeah, hopefully. It's just weird that fur has even made a comeback. It's just like, how did that even happen?
Is everyone
Like,
sort of
really?
approaching fur wearers? Do you guys approach them? Do you talk to them? Because I've started to.
I don't really see many where I very, very rarely see anyone wearing fur.
I've seen a lot of
kind of,
Canada Goose in Norwich.
The last time I did see someone wearing fur, I was on the tube in London, and I think I just was just talking very, very loudly about how disgusting fur was, like right next to them. Like, so instead of actually approaching them, I was just saying like, "Oh my god, that guy's got a dead dog around his neck," you know, kind of as if like, not talking directly to them, but making people hear.
It's interesting how they're unaware it's real fur. I speak to so many people who don't think who believe it's illegal to sell real fur in the UK. Well, of course that's not the case. So that, you know, they think it's just very realistic fur.
Yeah, that is something people should bear in mind with. I think, but there's the first thing you should do really with approaching anyone wearing fur is do it purely from an educational thing. Be, oh hi,
are you aware?
You're aware.
Yeah.
But you've got real fur on your coat.
Be concerned. Be concerned for them. Like,
they don't know.
Yeah, maybe they just don't know. They're not aware.
You're there helping them. Very few people, from my experience, will buy real fur, you know, intentionally, but they will own it and wear it unintentionally.
Unless it's Canada Goose, and they must know it's real. If it's Canada Goose, surely they've intentionally gone out and bought real fur if it's Canada Goose.
No, I don't. The thing is, I don't think they have, because there are loads of videos around of people. Videos of people being told it's real fur, and they're like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know," and they're actually quite shocked by it.
Okay.
But they just go in and buy it just because it's like fashionable, and that's all it is, isn't it? Like, they don't actually think about it any more than that.
Maybe they're just not that familiar with the brands. They just see the coat and pick it up and buy it.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. Yeah, I mean, I love how much shit Canada Goose are getting. Like, in fact, they've had to like, my god, like, and also in New York as well. What's the guy called, Robert Banks? Have you seen that guy?
No.
Like hardcore like activist in New York, and they're like outside of the Canada Goose store. Like, so much. There's always live streams from there, and they're just like making so much noise and everything. And
who'd want to go into a shop like that? Do you know what I mean? Would you want to go through that?
Yeah, exactly. People still do though, and like, you kind of wonder why. You're like, surely, you know, if all these people are outside, there's something wrong. Something's going on there. Well, no, it's going to have a good impact, and I guess, you know, in a way, it's well, actually, one thing I'd like to see, and I don't know when. Actually, maybe you guys can answer this. When are we going to start making leather deals fur?
So this is a question I've often asked friends and colleagues I work with. Why is it that as a non-vegan, why is it that you're opposed to fur but not opposed to leather? And generally the answer I've got is that they believe it's a byproduct of the meat industry. They're unaware that the demand is so high that these animals are killed just for their skin. I think we just need to raise awareness of that, because again, it's just ignorance. They think it's just a byproduct, and therefore they see no harm in it because they think eating animals is fine.
Yeah, I think that is the opinion of most people. I think it's like the problem I'm seeing is if we don't start saying it's an issue, even if we just, you know, say it's an issue, not even campaigning it a lot, is you got to get people turning around eventually once we've got rid of fur, and then suddenly everyone's going to be like, leather, and they're going to be like, leather? Why, you've never mentioned leather before? Why is leather suddenly a problem? It's like,
yes.
It's like, well, it's always a problem. We just haven't spoken about it. Well, why haven't you spoken about it? You're like, so I almost feel that at these fur demos, we should be bringing awareness to all, you know, we can focus on the fact that this certain shop wears fur, but I do think it'd be really helpful to have literature and signage and stuff to talk about leather and down and all that kind of stuff as well. Just why we're there, just to give people like an idea of, like, you know, at the moment,
I think
we're talking about the fur mainly, but these things are also a bigger issue.
And did you also know about leather as well? Yeah, and down. Absolutely.
Yeah, because the leather industry is taking more lives than fur.
Yeah,
like way more. you know. So and it's just a strange one, isn't it? It's just because it has become so normalized. Like, you know, I guess that's why everyone goes for fur, because furs always have a stigma, but leather's just, it's so normal and it's used in everything. And you get leather sofas and all that kind of stuff. So,
and I guess with the fur, I mean, I think it's the reason people were so outraged about the fur is because, of course, the fur is taken from the animal in such a horrific way as well, isn't it? The way that they have to, you know, put a probe up the anus and electrocute the animal to get off the fur in one neat piece.
Yeah, it's definitely not good.
No.
It's so different to what we used to. Of course, a bolt gun to the head is equally as inhumane, but we're so used to hearing that, and we're not used to hearing an electric shock to the anus. You know, it's more shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it really is a nice way to die, though.
No, there is no way, of course. No humane way to take a life that doesn't want to die. And that's an argument that we often have, you know, especially at the Cube, is, oh, we do it in a humane way. As most of us are aware, there isn't a humane way. You know, they often then bring up things like euthanasia. They believe in euthanasia. But these animals aren't sick, they aren't dying, they're children, they've got friends, they've got families, and they just want to be left alone.
And of course, many of these animals aren't properly stunned before they are slaughtered, so they're fully conscious. You know.
That's it. Yeah, you know, you two probably both have it as much as I do, but where you'll get the typical older English man who will argue that halal is much worse.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's it. But, you know, with incorrect stunning, you know, due to time and speed and getting them through the whole process as quickly as possible, incorrect stunning is an issue.
That's why they use gas. That's why the gas is becoming more popular these days, isn't it?
That's it. Much more suffering for the animal, but it guarantees you know, consciousness, I guess.
Liam's asking, would we rather adopt a pig or a dog? I'd adopt a pig purely because if I could get a pig, well, if it was a rescue pig, purely because it would probably make more people vegan. Because I can be like, come around and see. Come on, pull the pig. And everyone would be like, oh my god, pull the pig. And it's like, yeah, you're putting bacon now.
That'd be so cool.
Probably for that.
Yeah.
Probably for that reason.
Pure activism reasons, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, because, you know, I like pigs. They're cute. So that would be my reasoning anyway.
Blue Morpho says, my mum was mortified when I told her that lots of animals freeze to death on the way to the slaughterhouse, as if going to the slaughterhouse isn't bad enough.
Oh yeah, there's been two people I know in Canada. This guy Chris McGinn, I hope I said his name right. He was live streaming from Toronto Pig Save. I think it was yesterday, and it was like snowing there.
Yeah,
and he was just showing how like the trucks were like frozen, and yet there's still like pigs with no heating in there or anything. Yeah, it sucks.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ellie. How are you?
Oh,
happy birthday, Mr. President.
Happy birthday,
Mr. President. I'm sorry, I was caught up in a stream. Yeah, well, now you are. It's been deemed so. But no, I just was in a debate and I couldn't get out of it. I just, you know how it is.
Oh,
this guy called. I'll link it in the chat. You can see it later if they keep it up. But it was essentially they were arguing that the hypothetical of what would happen if tomorrow veganism, killing animals was outlawed. Like, what would you do with all the animals? And we were just trying to explain that's not how it would happen. And it was a bit of a shit show, but it was all right. So, what have I missed?
You've missed Elton John came on. Yeah,
that was pretty.
Sang happy birthday.
Elton John. You and your music contacts, man. I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, who have you met recently? Like, who was it that was on your
Who's the last
Instagram?
one?
Oh, what, me?
Yeah, because you're just so famous, Chris.
Oh,
And I just
Doyle from the Misfits? I put up.
if Lynn Gunn goes vegan, can you do you know who Lynn Gunn is?
Or from Paris, yeah.
Oh my god, she's literally I can't even. Like, I get emotional. I will cry if I think about it too much. So if she does go vegan, please.
Okay, I'll try and hook you up.
No, just let her know that I exist and that I love her so much.
I'll see what's possible for you.
How have you been enjoying your birthday?
It's been pretty good. Full day of activism today. Yeah, we've just been doing Anonymous
Yeah?
to the Voiceless, Keep It True for Norwich. Got 160 conversions there today in Norwich, which is amazing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of people taking it seriously.
So are you one of the people who does the talking?
Yeah, I mainly do outreach, yeah. Mainly because it gets too cold standing there with holding a TV screen. But
I know it's brilliant.
I talked to a farmer
Yeah, no,
today.
I like the stalls. A farmer?
Yeah, that was...
How did that go?
He was really angry. He was really angry at me. He was like, "Where did you get this footage from? There's two sides to every story. And you're just portraying one side of the story." I'm like, well, this is all taken undercover. I mean, we haven't just, we haven't made this up,
You're only showing the bad side. You don't show the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bad stuff
You don't
happens.
show us the good side of a starving chicken, dehydrated on the floor. Where's the good side?
Yeah.
No, fucking ridiculous.
But he did give me his card. Well, I asked for his card because he said, "Well, you should come on my farm and see what it's really like." I was like, "Okay, I will then. Please give me your card." So I don't really know what to do with that information now. I don't know what do I... He was really angry at me, so do I email him and say, "Look, I'm willing to hear you out. Come on your farm and take a look around."
If he allowed filming, that would make a fantastic video.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, and obviously, of course, if he had nothing to hide, then he would allow filming.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Did he say what animals he farmed?
No. And I took the information, I put it into Google, and it's some kind of bio. It's something to do with. It says on this card feedstock or something, whatever that is. Feedstock, something to do with feeding animals, or.
It was a festival.
Oh, okay. Vegan feedstock, that'd be good. So, I'm not really sure. He didn't really want to give me too much information, I guess.
I'll definitely chase it up. That would be interesting.
Yeah, because I know that...
that would make a good video.
Yeah. Well, I need to watch a few more of Ed's videos because he's been talking to a lot of farmers recently, hasn't he? And Joey, of course.
Yeah. At the livestock markets.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we're doing here now in Norwich as well.
Yeah, I haven't been to one of them yet, but I do want to start going to those to get the lowdown there, see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it, James. And Ellie, what have you been up to?
I feel like I live... So I've just been louching around on my time off because I wanted to do loads of videos, but I was away from home, so I couldn't bring my computer, so that pissed me off. But I've come back and I'm just trying to make sure that I can stick to a schedule with my channel and everything. But I'm working now again, so I don't know how well that's gonna go.
It's really difficult, isn't it? So if anyone doesn't know, it's the Phlegm Face. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
So go and check out Ellie's channel. And you do a lot of debates and stuff like that, don't you? On you debate.
I've only recently started it. I've only recently started doing that because I've only recently got a nice mic actually. So
amazing,
I've only been. Thank you very much. It's the Eisel Mazard mic. That's what it is. Have you seen Eisel's mic?
The
I've got the
circle,
same one.
by the way.
Yeah. This is the one I'm using tonight as well. The blue one, blue snowball.
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah. And so I've recently got that. It's just finding people. As soon as I talk to people online, they shitpost me up until the point I'm like, well, do you want to debate live? No, I don't want to speak to you anymore. So it's just like, oh, great. So I just I don't even know how to explain my content. It's very it's just I shit post, but as a vegan.
Yeah.
That's maybe the way to explain it. How would you describe it, Chris?
Your channel?
Yeah.
A mix of like some comedy in there, bits of live stream chats, a bit of debate, kind of like some activism stuff in there as well.
There is some activism, yeah.
Yeah, bit kind of bit all
it's
round.
A bit of everything, yeah.
Like the life of Phlegm, really.
The life of Phlegm.
Yeah.
You just never know what to expect. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But yeah, no. I just want to collaborate more now. We're going to do that, aren't we? Banana War Princess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to get that collab game on. Because look at Sail Ranch Sanctuary. That was so boss. And that was... who did we have? Happy Healthy Vegan, Plant-Based News. You were on there. All these people. And they were just like, we've never done this before. We should do this more often. And the whole of the VDDS was like... Yeah. This is what we've been trying to tell you.
We'll go and donate to Sail Ranch. Just say.
100%.
Yeah, Sail Ranch Sanctuary, if anyone doesn't know.
You know, I feel with veganism, it's strange because when you watch a video or something that's to do with veganism, it's very likely that the vegan you know, or the vegans online that you've spoken to, is that very person who made it. Like, we're a very small group of people. I think we could do with being more interconnected. Like people have seen videos I've made for like different organizations, there was one time where someone was talking about it from Animal Welfare Agency, and I was like, yeah, I filmed that. And it's just like, we're so small that we bump into each other all the time. We should definitely interconnect more.
Yeah, definitely. It needs to be a bit more close knit. Definitely. That's what it's like in AV community, isn't it, guys? Anonymous.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows each other. It's like a really good community. So I think it needs to be like, it's just broaden it out a bit more, I think.
Yeah, AV has done so well with just like the whole thing they built is just amazing. Like, yeah.
It's a good structure. That's what it is.
Just everything, just the actual event itself and the way it's all organised behind the scenes and everything, and the fact that everyone talks to each other. Like, it's like a global community.
Yeah. That's the thing that's really exciting about it, is that it is global as well. And changes happening really quickly because of it.
Yeah, how many chapters have they got now? It must be something crazy by now.
Oh, hundreds.
It's well over 200, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's mint.
Is it? Yeah, it was over 200 just for International Cube Day.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah. Well, guys, it's not actually. It's past my. It's not my birthday anymore, and I'm sad.
Oh, we're celebrating something that doesn't even exist.
But on a plus note, if everyone goes to my Instagram, I put up some pictures of a really cute puppy. So please go and check them out.
Okay.
Give the pup a like.
Is it just Chris? It's just Chris Hines on Instagram.
At Chris HTF.
At Chris HTF. Let's
Yeah,
check it out
there's
now.
a couple pictures of a puppy. Like the pup, everyone. Come on, it's worth a like.
You've convinced me.
Oh, that's so
when you see
cute.
it, I told you, right? It's a cute pup.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Little Thanksgiving pup.
I can't get it on the screen there. Can you see? Yeah. Whose pup is that then, Chris?
It's one of my friend Robin's friends who came for Thanksgiving.
What a good dog.
Yeah, it was so cute. I was like, oh my god, I need to take all the photos of it.
What a well-trimmed pup.
Good pup. There you go. What better way to end your birthday than with a pup pic?
Yeah, that's amazing.
What's be a
Really
hashtag?
good.
There's got to be a hashtag pup pic. Should have used that one.
And for anyone who wants to see images from today's Cube, where Emma decided to spend her birthday helping the animals, then you can head over to my Instagram. We've got our group photo on there where it's definitely our largest amount, isn't it? 40 members.
What's the Instagram? Go follow.
It's James_Crisp.
James_Crisp. Right, I'm on the case.
I'm just going to put it on
So-
there so you can.
Done.
See?
You are officially followed, and I've liked the picture.
That's it, and we'll have
Yeah,
more
there we
tomorrow.
So what? Sorry. What was that again? Your name?
It's James_Crisp.
James, as in like a Walker's crisp.
That's it, like the food.
Oh
You
my
can see
god!
how many people are there. Look,
Them?
all those people.
Yeah,
You see
it's a load of
Absolutely
people.
loads of us.
I found you.
That is an epic picture.
And there'll be
Yeah.
What a
more
way to
photos
spend your
tomorrow
birthday.
Yeah, it's
of
amazing.
the details of the.
Yeah, what a way to spend your birthday. That's so cool.
Chris, sorry, James. What were you
I
saying?
was just going to say tomorrow we'll have more detailed photos up of the cube setup. So for anyone who's interested in seeing how the TVs look, you'll be able to see some of the older pictures. But tomorrow we'll have images up from today of the TV setup here in Norwich.
Oh, actually, I don't know if one of you guys can do it. I would love to look more into the doing a TV setup for the ones we do.
Yeah.
Like what TV?
Actually, I mean, there is going to be something. There's something in the pipeline that the organizer of Norwich here is going to be producing, like a activist guide for how to set up the TV, like what to do to set up TVs for the cube. So, if you are anonymous for the voiceless member, then keep your eyes out on the group. So, yes. Well, guys, yeah, this has been an awesome stream, but I'm getting awfully tired.
Oh.
I think we'll have to do it again. Basically, I've got a good setup here. I've got the broadband here now. I've just got a new flat, so I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams from now on, hopefully. And if it all goes well, then I'll start doing more debates and stuff as well. So maybe we could do the VDDS kind of thing. Get multiple people on, tag team it, something like that. Maybe James, you can come on as well.
I love it when we tag
Part of the
team.
team. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Brilliant.
that'd be really good. I'm excited for this year.
yeah, me too.
Gonna really try. We've got this. We've got this.
It can only get better, really, can't it? There was something that I saw. Where is it? The Vegan Sidekick posted. Here's why we are going to win. Have you seen this? This thing here?
Yes.
No?
This thing?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's really cool. He goes, firstly, of course, what we are fighting for just makes sense, obviously.
Of course.
Just read The Vegan Psychic, any of his books, to understand, It's not hard to explain veganism to, normal people. Secondly, we will never give up and we will promote our cause for free, overtime, whenever we can. We actually care and we are dedicated to our cause. Opposing us are the industries themselves, and they have to pay people to promote what they are doing. Funnily enough, through advertising, everything like that. There is a limit to what they can achieve with people just doing a job to earn money for their bosses rather than a real drive or determination. Hardly anyone passionately wants to harm animals. It's just money, and vegan business is booming, so it will transition for that reason also. And then thirdly, those in between, consumers who are not yet vegan, are generally apathetic. They don't actually oppose veganism. They either don't particularly care or haven't really considered what's happening to the animals. They just do what is considered normal. As time goes on and as plant-based becomes the norm, the majority will roll with that. Only the minority of hunters and farmers will be upset, and by then it'll just be too late. So it will eventually be seen as taboo to kill a pig, just as it is taboo to kill a dog. It is sad for the most, but normality is what drives them rather than having a backbone and having consideration for others. But there you go. It'll happen eventually, I think. And that was Vegan Psychic. I just thought that's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's such a
So,
cutie.
yeah.
You should get Vegan Sidekick to do chalking.
I know, yeah. I don't know where he is these days. Never really see him
That'd
anymore.
be amazing. Have like a massive vegan sidekick chalking thing outside McDonald's. Isn't it?
Yeah, just do like his comics on the. Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. That's a really good idea. Actually, I'm going to make that into a video. When the weather gets better, then start chalking again outside McDonald's.
Oh, I think something really cool while we're talking about vegan sidekick. I went to Doomie's in Toronto, the restaurant, and the toilets are completely covered in vegan sidekick.
That's
Like,
amazing.
literally, like not just taken out of the book, but printed onto the walls, like the entire bathroom area. Amazing.
Oh, I bet that looks fucking dope. I'd love to have my toilet covered in vegan psychic comics.
Do it. Why not?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think my landlord would be too pleased, but there you go. Cool, guys. Well,
You can always paint.
yeah, I can always paint over the tiles in there, lacquer, varnish stuff, make it permanent.
Yeah.
All right, guys, cool. Well, thanks very much, everyone, for coming on. Chris, Ellie, James. It's been awesome.
Yes, sorry for being late. Sorry
No,
for being
you're
late.
right. No, better late than never.
I think I'm going to go back to the debate.
is
Because
it still
apparently
on?
it's a shitstorm again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What?
I think so. And
So